But he said, we will be navigating uncharted waters in the days ahead, but I have the extraordinary confidence that the leaders of our party will be able to create a process from which an outstanding nominee emerges. Well, Robert Wolf knows Barack Obama very well, former economic advisor to him, 32 Advisor CEO, Fox News contributor. And Robert, good morning to you. Thank you for joining our coverage here from New York today.
Thank you, Bill.
Why did Barack Obama not endorse Kamala Harris yesterday?
Well, you and Dana know politics better than anyone. So, you know, in 2016, he didn't nominate or support Hillary Clinton until somewhere around June. He didn't support candidate Biden until April. He doesn't get involved in the primaries until there's a solidified nominee. He views that if he does, he would tip the scale. So this is a real nothing burger. There's no question the party's going to be unified around Kamala Harris as our next Democratic candidate and hopefully our next president.
That's some good spin, nothing burger, because I think that was yesterday, Robert. It was the big glaring exception.
So as you can see, everybody's asking the question, where is Barack Obama? And why hasn't he endorsed Kamala Harris yet? Everybody's asking that. The Democratic Party is wondering, where are the Obamas? So many people have endorsed her and have come on board. Black women have raised money. Some black men have raised money. You can see his former financial advisor went on Fox News and he's talking and he's explaining, the process in which Obama usually comes out and endorse people. He said that he's sure that he will at some point embrace Kamala and she'll be the next president. Well, everybody doesn't feel that way. Somebody like Roland Martin is scrambling and he's going crazy. He's trying to find out, where is Obama and why isn't Obama voting for and endorsing basically Kamala Harris? And he's upset. I mean, he took to a show to call Obama out, to go in on Obama, everything. He said this.
President Barack Obama, in his particular statement, he laid out all sorts of platitudes with regards to President Joe Biden, talking about his career, what he meant. Of course, he served 8 years as Obama's vice president, and on and on and on. Now, what was interesting is, as all of these endorsements were coming through, all these endorsements began to come through, people were going, okay, what about President Obama? Well, in his particular statement, after all of the praise for President Joe Biden, he then all of a sudden said this: we'll be navigating uncharted waters in the days ahead, but I have extraordinary confidence that the leaders of our party will be able to create a process from which an outstanding nominee emerges. I believe that Joe Biden's vision of a generous, prosperous, and united America that provides opportunity for everyone will be on full display at the Democratic Convention in August. And I expect that every single one of us are prepared to carry that message of hope and progress forward into November and beyond. Well, guess what? He's looking like he's on the island, because you've seen the endorsements being racked up. One of the folks who was talking about the need for an open convention was former Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. Many folks, and we've talked about it on this show, talked about how she was not necessarily supportive of Vice President Kamala Harris. Well, guess what? Nancy Pelosi had to come out with her own endorsement of Vice President Kamala Harris today. So there's been significant movement and changes over the past 24 hours, and it will continue. We're waiting to see the first polling. Oh, by the way, Donald Trump, absolutely scared to death. Now he's trying to weasel out of a debate in September that was supposed to air on ABC. He's now calling for it to air on Fox.
So as you can see, he's claiming that they're not waiting for the Obamas. They're pushing forward. But he's talking that talk. But then he goes on to Stephen A. Smith to do an interview, and they bring Obama up again. And he's going in on Obama, and he's talking about all the people that's endorsing her, and they're not waiting on Obama. But if you ain't waiting on Obama, why you keep mentioning him? Why does the Democratic Party needs Obama's endorsement so much? Because they're reeling right now, and they know the popularity vote that Obama has with the black population, with people, period, in America. So they need to get Barack Obama on board. And Barack saying we need to have an open process. They don't want an open process. They want Kamala for president right now. And they going, man, they going, listen, let's just check out what he said when he went on to Stephen A. Smith's show.
So he endorses Vice President Kamala Harris. I thought it was an obviously smart move. And you've seen how the party is coalescing around her. $80 million raised in the first 24 hours. Last night, 45,000 Black women were on a Zoom call where they raised $1.5 million. The Democrat, different delegations supporting her. All of the candidates that everybody said was going to vie for the nomination, guess what? They've all endorsed Kamala Harris. Nancy Pelosi, who won an open convention, she won support for Kamala Harris. She has endorsed her. Now, I don't know what Barack Obama.
That's where I was going. That's where I was going. I mean, Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, both of them. We haven't heard anything from them as of yet.
No. Obama released a statement.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
He praised Joe Biden. And he talked about this open convention process. That's like.
That's what I'm talking. I didn't mean that we haven't heard from him. I was saying,
right.
Michelle and Barack Obama neither have come out and publicly endorsed Kamala Harris for the presidency of the United States, Democratic nomination. What do you make of that, Roland Martin?
Again, I don't know what the hell's going on, but guess what? Ain't nobody waiting on them, and so they're late to the party. And so President Bill Clinton endorsed Kamala Harris. Hillary Clinton endorsed. As I said, California Governor Gavin Newsom, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, Roy Cooper, North Carolina Governor, Andy Beshear, Kentucky Governor, Jay Pritzker, Illinois Governor. All of these folks who they said were going to be candidates for the nomination are all backing her. So I don't know what President Obama's doing, but the bottom line is the base ain't waiting, and he's related to the party. I don't understand the motivation. Some people are like, oh, he's operating as an elder statesman. No, nonsense. He should have came out yesterday hard and strong for Kamala Harris, but it don't matter. We focused on moving forward.
Well, I thought it was a foregone conclusion the second that the Clintons came out along with Biden's endorsement, and then the Clintons followed up by endorsing her for the candidacy. I thought it was a foregone conclusion. I still think it's a foregone conclusion, obviously. But let's get back to the president for the moment, because I really, really wanted to talk to you about that. And you know me, I got love for you, my brother. You know, when you get on me when I deserve to be gotten on, you understand, and vice versa. And it's all right, man. It's all love. Here's my thing. I'm annoyed at this notion, Roland Martin, that the president has been disrespected. Here's my thinking. You're 81. I'm not going to be at 81 what I am in my 50s. I'm not in my 50s what I was in my 20s. It's not a crime. How come you can't look at the president and say, you know something? The rescue plan, the infrastructure bill, student loan relief, and abundance of other things, a black Supreme Court justice, female at that, Ketanji Brown Jackson, what have you. How come you can't look at him and say, sir, we appreciate your years of service. Thank you so much. But it's time for somebody else without being deemed somebody that's beating up on a man. Why is that a problem?
So while they're all still waiting for the nomination of Obama, I'm not really sure where we're gonna go with this. I'm not a supporter of Kamala Harris at all. I'm not a supporter of Trump either. I just wish that black people would finally get an agenda and get on board. The Roland Martins, the Kamala Harris, and the Van Jones, and all these people, they represent the elite class of blacks. They don't represent us. Now they're black faces in positions where they're chosen people. They're chosen to be put in those positions to say that they speak for black Americans. Now, Kamala's not a black American, but she's going to speak for black people the same way Obama did. Black people, we have to come together and have our own agenda and speak for ourselves as a group. If not, you're going to keep having these boule people come and speak for you. And they're going to go against everything. They're going to go against every narrative that you have and every narrative that you try to push. We've seen this stuff early on with the boys early on. The same arguments we had with Booker T. Washington, Du Bois, Garvey, Martin Delaney, Henry Highland Garnett, it was the same arguments. These were the same things. Just know that we have to have our own agenda because these people are not for us. This is one big stage and you're watching all these people come on here with black faces, it's just all a joke, man. It's all a joke. And, you know, I don't know where we're going as a people. I don't know where we're going to be in the next 10 years, man. We keep carrying on this way. But we have to get to a place where we have our own voice, man. We have our own voice. If not, we in serious trouble, man. Roland Martin don't represent the people. Roland Martin represent the elite class that he come from. And you can see by the way that he talks and carry on and behave. So I just wish that, like, we figure it out, man. We start moving better, man, as a people. That's all I want us to do, man. Lastly, stop saying that I'm going to vote for the lesser of two evils, right? And also saying that our ancestors died for us to vote. No, that's not how it go. Our ancestors died so we can vote. We have to vote for a reason. And that reason have to be beneficial to us. When our ancestors was marching in the street, they was marching, they was thinking futuristic. They was back then, they was thinking about this generation and you. They was preparing and plowing the road for you to have it better than them. They was fighting and voting and marching for a specific reason that was going to be beneficial to their group. You just saying, well, I'm just going to vote for the lesser two evils. I'm just going to vote because my ancestors vote. You actually disrespecting them. And you actually disrespecting their memory and putting their work in vain, because that's not what they did. That's not what they did. I want y'all to remember that. So I'm going to cut this video short here, man. If you made it this far, leave your comments in the comment section. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Hit that like button. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.